Hey everyone, it's Susie Lee with Ballerina Boutique. Welcome to the fabulous 4 Event Emporium. We are presenting the Denim Diamonds and Dazzle event today. Thank you, Miss Kimmery, for asking me to be in this event. I'm real excited to be here. I love working with denim. As much as we've been doing it lately, especially on Totally Dazzled, I love working with denim. I like creating my own couture, if you will. Anyway, I'm going to put you all in the corner just like baby. We're going to put you in the corner because I want to show you we're going to be doing a hat today. Yes, we are. I haven't done a hat since December. You know, I'm kind of getting into these hats in my old age here. Now, I don't wear them. I just make them and sell them. But anyway, this one I think I got at this at Walmart. It came just like this, cute as a button. Correct. All you got to do is untie it, and all I did was put a little bit of heat to it, and voila, she comes off. It wasn't that easy. You got to kind of pull it, and it does leave this little residue, but we're going to put another hat band on here. Yes, we are. We're going to put another hat band on. I've got a list here from here to the corner of things I got to do in this event here. So first thing we're going to do, besides take the hat band off, is we are going to put a denim pocket on this, and it's going to be right here on this side. Now, let me show you what I did and why I got to explain. I got some explaining to do, Lucy. This was my husband's pocket on his jean, and I hand paint these, but it's too big. It's too gaudy. Okay, this is too big to go on here. We'll use this for something else. We will. I promise we will. So I just took some fabric, some denim fabric, and I cut out a smaller version, and we're going to paint this together today. I'm going to show you how I do it, and I hope that my camera is low enough for y'all to see. I think it is. So all I did, just so that it would resemble the pocket that he had, was I just took some of the seam binding, and I went around and I glued it on there with some fabric tack. Simple stuff, right? So that's what I did. And I'm going to move my hat out of the way because I don't want to get any paint on it. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you. I've got some paints here. When you're painting on fabric, it's a little bit different, I got to say. I used this. I got this on Amazon. It's called Delta Ceramic Coat Textile Medium. And I just got this, and you shake it up, and you just put it on here, and you can see it kind of left a little residue. So no problem, because we're going to paint it, right? So I did all that and let it dry. The next thing we're going to be doing is, let me get some paint going here, sisters. We're going to be using a little bit of a reddish paint. This is called Rouge, and it's got some metallic in it. It's by Deco Art. It's got some metallic in it, but I got to tell you, it's more of a pink, actually. What is wrong with you? Why are you not coming out? There we go. Plop. We don't need much. I just need enough for some little rosebuds that we're going to be doing today. Some little rosebuds. And I've got a little bit of orange, and I'm going to mix them because I got a little rose that I bought from Hobby Lobby. Actually, it was a huge rose. Let me show you how huge. How huge was it, Susie? Well, I couldn't even get it through the door. But it was one of these big honking things, you know? I don't need that. I just needed a bud. So I said, this bud's for you. So I just took it apart, and I made it the size I needed. That's all. And then you go in, and you kind of, you know, hit it with a little bit of hot glue so it stays together nice for you. But I'm going to try to create kind of this color to kind of match, you know, a little matchy-matchy thing going on. Hey, Anna. Hey, Linda Adderholt. Hey, Phyllis. So we're going to put the orange and the pink kind of together. And I need white. Yes, I do. I'm going to use this Deco Art. It's titanium white. And no, I don't need that much. I'm just like you, Kathy DiDomenico. When I'm in a hurry, I just start pouring, and whatever happens, happens. I waste a lot of paint, I'm sure. I'm guilty as charged. But another thing you want when you're painting any kind of acrylic, you need a floating medium. It just makes everything go on like butter. You know, it just does. It's such a great, hey Allison, it's such a great product to have when you're painting with acrylics, because when you're doing these flowers especially, they require a lot of paint on the brush, and so they need to be soupy, right? So I'm going to just take the end of my brush here, and I'm just going to kind of try to achieve, and I don't even care if it's mixed well. I really don't. But look at how quick that turned to that color. Wow. It really did. It turned quick. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe off the end here. All right, this is an angled brush, okay? And what I always say is this is the heel and that's the toe. The point is, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. I said it right. And the point is the toe. So what you want to do is you want white on the toe and dark on the heel. So you're going to go in like this. You're going to grab up some of the dark. You're going to grab up some of the white. And you want to make sure that you blend them in there really good. Okay? Like that. Then you're going to go in and get some more. You're going to do it a couple of times, because you want to make sure that you're blending those colors, okay? Then about the third time, oh, you gotta be careful you don't put it in the wrong paint. About the third time, you're ready to roll, okay? So what I do, I always tell people this, that if you can do this like a rainbow, and you can do a U, you can make a rosebud. How about that? So what? I'm just going to show you real quick. I'm going to go, where do I want these roses? I think I want them off to the side a little bit. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and it kind of blends. So there's the top of the rosebud. Okay, when you do it a few times, you get that blended effect. See how the orange kind of went ombre on me? That's what you want to do. All right, and you know, always make sure that you're continuing to blend, going back and making sure your brush is all good and souped up. Then you're going to go halfway into that rosebud down here, right about this point right here, and you're going to make a little small letter U. Okay, and you always go in with the point up, the toe up, and the heel down. That makes sense, right? So I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to make a little letter U, and I'm going to do it 1, 2, 3 times so it blends. So now I'm starting to unfurl the bud, right? And I'm going to do it again. So now I'm going to go from this end of the bud to the edge and make another letter U. Starting with the white and the point down, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. Isn't that easy? Y'all need to try this. I'm telling you, it's so easy. So there's one bud, and I like to go in and add some, you know, just a little bit. You know what I didn't do? Doggone it. Hold on. I forgot a step. I did. I forgot a step, and I'm going to fix that right now. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go in with this white. That's why I poured out so much white. This, I wanted to have a little bit of white background. I did. I wanted it to be backed up in some white. But I didn't do that, but I'm going to do it now. So I am. Because I wanted it to be kind of, you know, a little shabby-ish. I'm a shabby chic kind of a gal. I'll get in there with a smaller brush and get closer to that bud. And you can do this. Y'all can do this, I'm telling you. Easy peasy, right? All right. That's what I wanted to do. So now the color of that rose is going to be ever so slightly different. That's all right. I'm going to take a littler brush here. Get in there and get close to that rosebud and fix that. I knew there was something that looked odd-ish about this, but we'll fix that. We'll just get in there this happens to you, just get in there and fix it, change it, make it right, right? My goodness, I can't believe I forgot to do that. Yeah, you got to lay down a base. I mean, you could do it like this with no base, but I just like it with the background being white, because then I can get in there with that little muddled look of the leaves, and it just looks so much prettier, more of that ethereal look that I love so dearly. All right. I'm not going to say, all right, so, because my husband says, he said, listen to all you crafters, y'all say the same thing. All right, so, what? So, all right, there we go. Okay, so now we've got it floating in the middle of this white. Let's get back to it. All right, so, gonna go in with the white. Oh, there I go again. All right, so, and I'm gonna blend. I'm going to do another one. And we're going to do a trio of these rosebuds. But what I want to do is I want to give them some petals. So you just kind of go in with some red and white, just like that. And just on the sides, you're going to give it a little couple of strokes like that. Always going back and adding more paint, because more is more with this. See, more is more. Just saying. Gonna do another one. So you're gonna see me do this 3 times. I like to kind of mix them up a little. Oh, for whatever reason, that white's not showing up like I wanted it to, but that's okay. We'll get back at it. There it is. Maybe it's because it's not dry. The background. Let's dry it up for a minute. And here's the beautiful thing about this, is you can restroke these flowers and these petals as many times as you need to. You know, if you don't get it just right the first time, get yourself a piece of paper and go practice. Piece of cardstock, you know, even some of that postal paper from the Dollar Tree. Just, you know, get it out, lay it on your desk, and start painting it. Let that be your practice sheet. Practice, practice, practice. Thank you, sweet Linda. You're so sweet. All right, let's try this again. Here's a toe. Here's the heel. Let's make this work this time. Ah, there we are. There's the color I'm looking for. And boom. All right. Ta-da. Ta-da. And some little petals. We're going to put in a petal or two. Just right here. All you do is press down and pull up. That's how you do the petals. Just play with it. Super, super simple. 1, 2. I like to do that because it blends. That 1, 2, 3 thing. I do. And 2 U's. And then press down, pull up, pull back. Press down, pull back. Like that. And we're not going to do a full rose. We're just going to do these little rose buds for now. We are going to do some leaves. I put some leaves in it. And I played around with some greens today. What I came up with that I liked the best was this Italian sage. And the floating medium helps too. When you put your brush in the floating medium, as I put it out there, and I don't know if I used it, but what was I going to say? These leaves, you want to kind of mix the colors. So what I do is I go in after I put the floating medium on the brush. I go in, I get the green, I get it all nice and goobered up, and I go in with a little bit of white. You don't want too much, just a little bit. This is how I make my leaves, okay? I just push down, kind of like what I just did, and pull up like that. And what that does is it creates kind of a variegated looking leaf. With these, I kind of swerved off to the side with the petals, but with the leaves, you just go straight, okay? So get your brush all goobered up nicely. Put a little white on the toe. And I'm going to go right in here and I'm going to be putting in some cute little leaves. Just like that. Always going back and making sure, better to have too much on your brush than not enough, okay? So I'm going to go in here, put another leaf here. Maybe a baby one right there. And it's so quick. What I also like to do, I'm going to put some, I like the double colored, I like to double load my brush because it just, for me, it just makes it look more realistic. Sometimes, though, I take a little bit of the red. Could you ever see a flower where the leaf has a little bit of color in it? Yeah, me too. I like that. So all I do is I lay it down, give it a straight pull up like that. We're going to just do some odd little leaves. Just like that. They're just kind of floating in space right now, right? Thank you, Cindy. I do too. I love these colors with the denim. And we're just going to kind of, you let your eyeball take you there, you know. Not going to spend a whole lot of time on this. But you get the gist, right? And it comes together that fast. See there? All right. So then I'm going to connect them with, I like to use a little script liner, but do I have one available right now? Probably not. Let's see what we can do with this. I like to make it kind of soupy with my, with some water. And I just kind of connect these little leaves. Like that. Especially if they're just like floating out in cyberspace. You don't want them just floating in cyberspace. You just want them to connect a little bit. That's it. And that's it. Just like that. Okay, so now you have your pocket all cutied up, right? Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. And I'm going to apply the hat band while this is drying. Okay, this cute little hat, I'm going to take this paint, put it over here, because if I don't, I'm going to end up with it on the hat. I took a piece of denim, 2 pieces of denim, because I needed it to go all the way around the hat band, right? And I kind of gave it a little fringe. I kind of fringed it all by myself. Just all you do is you take a little pin, and you know, if you're a product of the 60s, 70s, 80s, you've done this, right? You just pull out one thread at a time and fringe it up. And I just connected it with some fabric tack so that I would have a long enough piece, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it to the back like that. And I was going to use fabric tack, but you want to know what? I could probably use a little dab of hot glue because it looks like that's what they did. I'm just going to use some hot glue. I got it on low temp because I was up here and but what I want to do is I want to make sure that that fringe kind of hits the bottom a little bit. I want it to look, have that fringe hanging out because I'm going to put lace on top of this. I'm going to layer it. So I want to make sure that that fringe is going to be at the very base of the hat. And I'll show you that, what I'm talking about, in just a minute. Make sure you guys are spreading the love, as we say here in Facebook land. Make sure you're spreading all the sparkle. And I'm going to turn that up a little bit. That hot glue is a little bit too mild for me. I haven't burnt my fingers off yet. Oh, my word. My word. Okay, we're just going to do it with the hot glue because, number one, it's quicker. Just making sure it lays down nice and flat all the way around. Oh, thank you, sweet Della. And if you hear that growling, it's not a bear, it's just my stomach, so don't get excited. Don't get yourself all excited. Okay. All right, and I need a really good scissor because I'm gonna chop this off right here at the end. Add a little extra, no problem. It's good to have more than not enough for you. And just gonna go right around this hat, finish putting the denim, the one layer of denim. Then we're gonna put a layer of lace. This lace is so pretty. I got this at, I'm using white against the cream because I think it'll be really pretty and nice contrast. Okay. Let me show you the lace. I got this at Joann's, I believe. I got it at Joann's. It might, you want to know what? Yeah, it had to be. I think I did get it at Joann's. Yeah, I did because it says $2.99. I got it on sale. And all I did was I took some of the Totally Dazzled shaped rhinestones, and since this is diamonds, dazzling diamonds we're talking about here, I use the diamond shape. You can get all the shapes. You can get marquise, baguette, you can get them all, but I use the little bit of diamond to put in the middle here. See there? And I just applied them with a little bit of B7000. Now what I'm going to do is, this is the front of the hat. This is going to go right over top of the denim, right at the brim, right in the middle. Make sure I got it to where the, there we go. Okay. And I want it to show through the lace a little bit, but not completely. So let me pull this just a little bit more. I want this to be more in the center back here. Yeah. And then I'm going to crisscross it in the end. Yep, just like this. Pretty. All right, here we go. Hot glue, please. Pass the hot glue. Man, oh man, where were we in this world before we had hot glue? Right? Seriously. Okay, I'm going to take it around this away. Thank you so much, Evelyn. I appreciate that. I hope you guys enjoy this project. It was fun creating for you. All right. I always have fun. I always have fun crafting. You know me. Make sure my fringe doesn't get caught up in that hot glue. I don't want to forego any of my fringe. All right. You guys enjoying this event? Isn't it fun? I love all of these, all of our takes on the denim idea. So cool. Okay, and I do scour Pinterest, just like Kathy was saying. I scour Pinterest, not to steal ideas, but to get some inspo, you know. Gotta have a little inspo, right? You really like this hat. Oh, I'm so glad, Pam. All right, a little bit more hot glue. Just kind of move it along to the back. And I'm tugging it as I'm going because I want it to lie nice and flat. Bring this piece, oops, this away. Come on, don't get in there, fringe. And what happens when it hits the back? I just let it crisscross in the back like a, you know, crisscross applesauce. All right. Like that. And just like that, I have a cute little hat band. Now I am gonna cut it down in the back, just ever so slightly, so that it lays at a point. Real cute like. And that it lies down nicely. Okay. So now we got two of the the layers of hatband applied. Just like that. Isn't that cute? See the fringe? I love that. I love how that fringe just kind of pokes out just a little bit. Just a little. Might need a haircut in a couple spots. And I'll go around and fix that later, but right now we're good. All right, so my next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the pocket. Now that I think it's dried, I hope it's dried. It better be dried. It better be dried. That's all I can say. All right, you know what? We need to dry it a little bit better because I don't want that getting on my hat in an area. And I'll have to fix it. I'm going to have to fix it. Okay, a half hour has gone by and it went by quick. Okay. I have a list over here, making sure I got it all covered. Got you covered. All right, so I think that's dry enough. So I'm going to do over here in this corner, on this side of the hat, I am going to apply it, yes, with hot glue, along the edges, but I'm leaving the top open because we're going to fill that pocket with some pretties. Yes, we are. I'm going to kind of angle the pocket. I didn't think about that earlier, but I am thinking I want to angle it just a little bit instead of it being straight on. I like that better. You know, slightly askew. Now, for those of you who are very what is it? ADHD? No, that's not it. What is it called when you're overly, not ADHD. What am I trying to say? What is it when you know things, it bothers you when things are crooked? What's that called? My daughter had that. She overcame it a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna OCD, thank you. That's it. Yeah. You must be OCD or know somebody who is. Anyway, yeah, we're just gonna make everybody who's OCD just twitch a little bit. I used to do that with my daughter. We'd go scrapbooking. We'd do an all-night scrapbook thing, and I'd say, "Hey, Rachel, watch this." Boom! Put it slightly askew. She's like, "Oh," because everything for her had to be, you know. I was like, "Okay, I'll fix your wagon." All right, we're gonna let this dry up really nice. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna put on it here. I've got these little rosettes I made from the denim. And I've got a little piece of lace I'm gonna add that first. I think I'll add that first. This little piece of lace is gonna go right over the top of the pocket. It's gonna kind of hang down at the edge. And I'll trim it up. We will trim it. Making it pretty. Just making it so pretty. A little bit of planning went into this, just a little. Okay, so we've got a pocket in there, and it's nice and tight. I just got to make sure that my glue is dry. That's all before I move on. I made these little rosettes. I started to tell you, and I'm going to make one with you to show you how I do it. Okay, now it takes a little bit of practice, and like anything, right? Anything takes practice. So I made one with a little leaf. All I did was I cut out a little leaf shape out of some blue jean fabric right here. Got a little stash, and I frayed it on both sides. Excuse me. That is going to become the leaf that goes underneath this small little rosette that I made right here. Okay, so that's going to be, it's going to have a leaf on each side. This one, a bigger rosette that I made, we're going to do a little trio off the side of the pocket. This one I made, these 2 leaves that I'm putting together. All you do is just cut out the shape of a leaf. I mean, I don't know how more simple it can be, right? And then I'm going to put them together kind of like this with some hot glue. It's just really super. I mean, this is like very elementary, my dear Watson. This is going to go on off to the side of this little rosette like this. Put a little hot glue on it and decide where I want it to go under here. I think right here. Okay. How cute is that? Seriously. You could put these on headbands. You could put these on your jacket pockets. You can put them anywhere you like. You can put them on photo frames, you know, all the things you can do with these little, and I'm going to make one right now and show you how I did it. This one's going to go in the middle like that. Okay. All you do, where's my strip? I cut a strip. I did. I thought I did. Well, maybe I didn't. So we will do that right now. Oh, here it is. Yes, you start with a small little end. This is going to be the center of the bud. So you're going to take your hot glue like this, and you're going to make a little point, like kind of like pushing it over on this side, pushing it over on this side, so you have this going on, okay? And see how frayed it is? Don't worry, that's great. That's what you want, okay? And so what you're going to do is you're going to start bending it while the glue is hot, like this, and making a little, rolling it, I guess, is what I should say, and just making sure that as you're rolling it, you put a little hot glue on the sides of your denim, okay? And then I start twisting it. At some point, I twist it, take one twist, okay? Then I go over here and I add a little hot glue, pick it up and give it one twist and attach it to the edge. And as you go around and around and around, it creates a cute little rosette. So simple, right? And yes, this part's bigger because I want, as the rosette goes around, you want your other petals to be a little wider, a little bit bigger. And sometimes I don't wind them as tightly at the end as I do in the beginning, because I want the petals to be a little more loose and a little bit more carefree, okay? So, got 20 minutes. We're going to get this done. I hope I didn't overextend myself, because sometimes I do that. Okay, I'm going to cut this right here. Don't throw away your scraps. Don't ever do that. You know, I used to be Susie Q Scraps. Back in the scrapbooking days, I used to make full-on scrapbooks for folks and on eBay. Then I kind of went on over to Etsy. But I used to make all kind of things like, okay, I'm going to just turn that down at the end there. Just going to turn it down and hold it. I will show you how cute these turn out. They turn out so darling. Ouch, don't burn yourself. Now you can keep your hot glue on low temp. That helps, but anyway, they are darling, are they not? The cutest little rosettes. You can make them out of any kind of fabric you want. You can make them out of lace. You can make them out of anything you want. Now I'm going to show you. So I was saying I was Susie Q Scraps, and then I became kind of more wedding oriented, and I used to make wedding flowers and stuff like that. I'm just gonna show you what I did. I turned it this way, and then I turned it this way, and I just started whittling away at what I thought was a cute little shape of a leaf, like this. Then I cut it off at the bottom. Okay, then this is your template. You're gonna go make yourself another one, just like it. Anyway, I went over to Etsy and I never turned back. I've been there ever since. So I've been on an Etsy for a while. So I became Bella-Lena Boutique because it just, Susie Q Scraps did not lend itself to the name for for weddings and whatnot. So I just kind of, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller because I've got a small, a medium, and a large flower. So I'm going to kind of make this leaf a little more, there we go, a little bit smaller. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just kind of attach them, crisscross them here with a dab of hot glue. Isn't this easy? Isn't this fun? This is such a fun craft, right? No stress, no muss, no fuss. Just fun. Cutest little rosette ever, right? And then you put it on the back of your little rosette. Isn't that cute? Cute. You can put it on barrettes. You can put it on little baby shoes. I got some baby shoes I'm going to be doing maybe for, I think I might do that for Totally Dazzled on Monday. We're doing more denim. I got some denim baby shoes. I might do denim baby shoes. And this would be cute to make some little rosettes and put them on there. Okay, so bring back the hat. And what we're going to do is we're going to take and kind of scrunch them together on the hat. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some lavender, fake faux lavender. I get this at Walmart. At the Walmart. So I'm going to take some, like maybe some sprigs and poke it down in there. And I am going to, and then I'm going to seal it. Once I get it where I want it, I'm going to seal the deal. This little pocket of a pretty little posy of lavender. Just this faux lavender I get from Walmart. It's so pretty, isn't it? It's just, I don't know. It just, for me, it just screams summer. I just think it's cute. Okay, there we go. And there she goes. Just like that. Not cute? Love that. All right, just a little dab or a dollop here and there up underneath the pocket. Ooh. My paint is falling out on me over here. Goodness sakes, I got an avalanche of paint over here going on. All right, and this, the leaves on this have to be configured the right way for me, I have to play for a minute, I put the baby ones on the back. Okay, that wasn't hard. I put the medium one in this corner, just like this. And we're going to need some hot glue. And you see the smoke coming off of that? You know what that means? That means it's hot. It's some hot glue. Hence, we have some hot glue, kids. Okay. This one is going to go with the flowers going the opposite direction. Put a nice glob of glue on there so it doesn't fall off on you. And scrunch it together nice and snug. These little rosebuds, they love each other. Don't get burned either. See me jump? Jump when I say jump. Smoking hot, baby. That's right. And the little one in the corner, look how cute this is turning out. This is so sweet. I like it. It's right in the corner. Like these. So. I lost one of the leaves to the baby one, but it's still cute. It's still cute. Get my hand up in there. There we go. I'm going to kind of just scrunch them together. My craft is smoking hot. Anyway, there we go. Look at how sweet that's turning out, right? So now we're going to add this cute little doodad here now. I have a piece of tulle that just came off of this, okay? You get this at the Hobby Lobby. anywhere. You can get that anywhere. Any craft store you can get that at. So I've got this tool, and I started making it because I want this kind of to go behind this little rosette and make it foo-foo, you know. So all you do is you cut along like 10 feet. I don't know how many feet I had, like probably did 10 feet. And all I did was I just took it in the middle from the top. I took it from the top. And all I did was I just scrunched it like this. I just wanted to show you how you do that, how easy this is. Look at this. You just start scrunching and make sure that your sides are even and just keep a scrunching. Keep a scrunching all the way till you get to the end. Almost looks like a little baby tutu. A tutu. Like that. Just like that. How cute. And you take a little piece of string, tie it off, right in the middle, or as in the middle as you can get it. Tie your little tutu. It's going to go behind the little rosebud. Make sure you get all of your tooling unfurled. Don't get it too much in a bundy. Okay. Just like that. Gosh. And I'm just going to trim it up right into the garbage. Just going to quickly give it a little haircut on each side. Okay. And trim up that string. We're going to put it right here on the corner, and this is going to kind of get tucked in right in the corner of that pocket. Right there's a little hole I kind of left. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that right there, the hot glue, right there. Okay. Tick, tick, tick. Time's a ticking. And I'm going to go right in here, and I am going to shoot some glue in there. I think I might take this off. I might. I did. All right, and I'm just going to get in here with this little rose, make it lay cute, right on top of that tooling. I think I'll just go ahead and put a glob of glue right over the tooling and give it a push. Now this is going to take a second to attach. And while it's doing that, get up under there, like this, and I'm going to keep pushing because that glue is going to be hot and kind of flowing for a minute. Piece de resistance is coming. Okay, cute. So this kind of matches those flowers, right? Very foo-foo. Okay, here's my question to y'all. And don't throw these away. If you make your buds smaller, don't throw those away because you can use them on other things. And I was thinking about adding some pearls around the edge, and I might do that in the end. I might go back and I might put some pearls around that pocket and make it cuter. But what I did was I put a piece of cardstock underneath the brim of the hat, okay? All I did was put the cardstock under the brim of the hat, and I took a pencil and I went like this. And what it did was it made a template for me to, I'm going to burn on the side of this hat the words, "Walk by Faith." Isn't that cool? Because I've got two totally dazzled pieces here. I've got a little cross, and I've got a little boot with a hat on it. From the Boots and Bling from I'm a Totally Dazzled ambassador, so I go live on that page every Monday night at 6 o'clock. How's that for a plug? Oh, I forgot. I want to put a little bumblebee on there too. A little bumblebee. Isn't that bumblebee cute? Yes, it is. So we're going to, how we do that is we use B7000. No pun intended, B7000. All right, and hot glue is how I do it. I had to decide where I want this bumblebee to be. Bumblebee to be, bee to be, where do I want it to be? I think I want it on the pocket, on the other end of the pocket. I think it would be really cute there. I wasn't sure where I was going to put that, but what happens here with the B7000, this stuff is industrial and it's pretty good. What it does is it cures 24 to 48 hours, and this hot glue is going to hold it in place temporarily until the bumblebee doesn't buzz, doesn't go anywhere anymore. So this bumblebee is coming up underneath this lavender, because you know bumblebees do love the lavender. But my question to you is, I thought about, okay, I've got the hot glue on there. How cute is that? Right? I was thinking about putting these two pieces in the front with the boot. I kind of like it without the boots. Kind of like it with this cross in the front. And I want to put Walk by Faith. But I was thinking the boots are made for walking, right? I was thinking about putting these two things here side by side. Nope, I don't like them. I just answered my own question. I'm going to put this on the front where it says, and then I'm going to put Walk by Faith over here. I think I'll put this on at the end because I want to make sure I get this done because I've only got just a few minutes. But what I'm going to do here is I've got a piece of carbon paper. We're going to lay that down right here on the side. And this Walk by Faith will fit perfectly on here. And I have a stylus here, just a little, you can use a pen or, you know, anything that you have. You don't have to have a stylus. But I'm going to put Walk by Faith on here. I hand letter, so I did this ahead of time so it wouldn't take so long. But all I'm doing here is I'm just tracing over the carbon paper with the stylus. And then I got a hot, talk about hot glue. This is hotter than hot glue. I've got a heat tool here that it's a wood burning tool. And I gotta kind of move quick. Oh, will she do it? And the crowd cheers. Okay. Yeah, I hand letter, but, oh, that was very light. That is very light. I hope I can see it. Oh, we're going to make it work. So I kind of hand lettered that ahead of time. Okay, and I know the camera's backwards because, you know, Facebook doesn't think we need to read. Thinks that we can read backwards. So anyway, this is a wood burning tool, and I've got it set here with some tape so it doesn't move. And it goes pretty quick. So you got to go slow. And what I do is I go back and I thicken up the downstrokes. That's how you hand letter. So I go back and I do that. So I will be doing that. But you can kind of see where it says Walk by Faith on the side, just like that. And the last thing I'm going to do is put this beautiful cross right in the front. I think that'll just top it off beautifully. This is a cross from Totally Dazzled, of course. Would it be anything else? A Totally Dazzled cross in antique bronze. I love, love, love the antique bronze because it just gives it such a nice, elegant color to the metal. I love that. I used to love silver best, but honestly, the older I get, the more I like this antique bronze. So I'm just going to go right here and put a little dab of glue. Ah, don't want that to burn me. I think it, you know, I think it did. I think it burned the hot glue. And now you know it's hot, right? You know it's hot when it burns the hot glue. That's hot, kids. Okay, I need 3 sets of hands up here. I'll let that sit for 1 second. This burner is burning the hot glue gun. It was, I don't know if you can see that, but it's smoking. It's smoking. I think I'll unplug it for now. And I will come back to that later and finish. I think I will go and do a little cross hatch here though first, real quick, before it completely loses its. I like to do some cross hatches. Just like that. It's hot enough still. Trust you me. Yeah, just like that. Maybe a couple. And pretty much, y'all, that's it. I can't believe I got that done in 1 hour. There we go, guys. There she is in all her glory. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you will give it a try. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Thanks so much for supporting us all so much. We love you. We had a great time. I know I did. Speaking for myself, I had a great time today. Thanks so much. And I'll see you again real soon. Love you all. Bye, guys.